Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ilyavate and I'm on fire! That's the second video in a row. I mean, it's a different day, but wow, that's great. And thank you for supporting me, thank you for watching, and follow me on my other social media. And I am kind of getting back on that social media world. I don't know how to say that, but yes, I'm trying to. I don't know. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Kind of, I'm trying to explain something, right? And I'm not trying to explain, but I'm trying to, explain. Trying to. I'm trying to explain something, and in a bad way, in a way that I feel like guilt, and that's why I'm trying to explain myself. And I don't want to feel that. So why do I have to explain? Like, thank you for supporting me, and consider subscribing me on the channel, and consider subscribing me and following me on other social media platforms. Well, anyway, I don't know, just have some tea and maybe. Ooh, what's okay? Here we go. I just brewed. That's the fresh tea. So good. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the Bill of Assertive Rights. There is a author of Manuel Smith, and he proposed the 10 point, so like 10 principles of assertive behavior. And you know, maybe it's a little bit confusing because you always hear those like aggressive person or passive person. An aggressive person is the person who attack, and the passive person is always a victim. And but assertiveness, it's like the middle. It's like being in the middle, so you know your boundaries, and you know other person's boundaries, and you don't cross them, and you don't allow other people to cross your boundaries. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna read all of them and tell like a little story about that. And yes, why I'm doing that, because I'm trying to, you know my own boundaries and know how to protect myself in a way. And I wanna also know how to not to be aggressive, like don't say bad words, but be polite at the same time, but not polite in a way that the person can manipulate me. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. So it's called the Bill of Assertive Rights, and the main point is all based around one key principle: the right to be the final judge of yourself is the prime assertive right, which allows no one to manipulate you. So that's what I was talking about. I want to learn more. It's kind of, I use some of them, some of those principles, and some of them I don't use. Well, anyway, let's go. The first one. The first one is you have the right to judge your own behavior, thoughts, and emotions, and to take the responsibility for their initiation and consequences upon yourself. Where the principle works if you don't rely. on others when you decide something. For example, if you make a decision and you always think, oh my God, what are they going to think? Or what my friend is going to think? That means that the principle is not working. And that's kind of my problem a little. I always overthink uh, of other people's opinion. It's like, oh my God, what is she going to tell? What is he going to think? But it's just not realistic. It's just my imagination. And if you have the same problem, so you just have to focus on yourself more and don't think about other people's opinion. Okay, that's at least what I do. I try to say, okay, but who cares what he's going to think? Because that's what important to me, and that's why I'm doing that, or that's why I go there. The second one, you have the right to offer no reasons or excuses for justifying your behavior. That's what I was talking in the beginning. I always have to explain my actions. Always feel that guilt. Always, try to tell people why am I doing this. For example, I is as you maybe know, I I'll dye my hair, I color my hair, and sometimes people ask me why do I do that. So I have to explain them, like, not because I want them to know, but I explain them because I feel guilt. Like, you know what? Because I like it, or like, and that's the also like the a red flag, because if they tell you like why do you color your hair, and your answer is like because I want, and I don't care, that's okay. That's a green flag. But a red flag is when you try to answer and feel that guilt. Like if you accept that into inside your boundaries, if you accept that kind of manipulation, from other person, and try to explain why you did that, that means that you're answering out of guilt. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but you'll get the idea. And also, I think that's why I'm doing my videos, to be better, to maybe better tell people my emotions, trying to find my emotions and try to explain myself better. Okay, the next one. You have the right to judge if you're responsible for finding solution to other people's problem. I take the responsibility for my own action, and if I don't want to help others, that I don't need to help others, first of all, you have to take care of yourself. And then, when they say, when you're inside the plane and they explain you have to put the mask on yourself first and then on your child. And I think that's kind of one of the main goals, just to think more about focus, not to think, just to focus more on yourself. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to focus on myself instead of helping others. And maybe they don't need my help. If they need my help, they can ask. Yes, and about the previous one, right? So you don't need to explain anything about yourself, but you can explain one thing about something. If you harm, like if you push someone, of course you have to apologize. But if you don't do harm, no foul. If you know, just write down in the comments what I just said. Well, four, the fourth one, you have the right to change your mind. That's fine. That's fine if you can change your mind. And some people could say, "Oh, but you were thinking that, and now you're thinking that. You change your mind. How can you change your mind? You were wrong, and by that they can manipulate you. But it's okay. Like it's not okay to be manipulated. It's okay that you can change your mind. You can change your mind because you're human, and sometimes consequences are changing. I don't know. um, your budget is changing, and that's okay. uh, don't allow people to manipulate by that. Or, for example, there are like toxic friends. They can say something, "Oh, you are wrong," or they can say, "Oh, you're Gemini, you always, switch sides. Oh, because you're typical Gemini." That's like kind of toxic. Mm, It's not because I'm Gemini, it's just sometimes I change my mind, and that's okay, that's fine. Well, the next one, fifth, you have the right to make mistakes and be responsible for them. Especially when you're a perfectionist, there's like a taboo on making mistakes, and that's not good. That's just kind of, uh, I don't like that. And you're trying to be perfect all the time, but you're human, and we are all humans, and we are all um, have imperfections. So I guess I don't know what to say. Just what they say. People, you know, a person who doesn't make mistakes doesn't do anything. That's what you have to keep in your mind. So if you made a mistake, for example, means that you were trying. All right? Okay, the next one. You have the right to say, "I don't know." That's also kind of my problem. I always, as a perfectionist, I always say, "Oh, I know," or I'm trying to, or maybe that's my university was teaching me to do that, to find the right answer right away, or maybe that's my personality. But yes, that's okay also. Like, I'm learning. It's difficult for me, but I think it's easier now to say I don't know. And if the person judges you, like, I don't feel guilt, let's say. So, okay, you judge all you want. I'm not supposed to know everything, right? Okay, the next one. You have the right to be independent of the goodwill of others before coping with them. If you're always looking for other people's approval, you might become a convenient person, or a good guy. But again, I think that we all, okay, at least I'm talking about myself. What I'm trying to do, I just want to shift that and focus more on myself instead of focusing on others, That's kind of, those principles are kind of interchangeable, intertwined, but they all, you know, teaching me something. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, um, don't need to be a good person if you don't want to do something. You just can say, "No, I don't want to do that. Okay, the next one. You have the right to be illogical in making decisions. The tea is delicious. So it's about, if you decided something, you don't need to explain why you decided that. For example, if you feel, "Oh my God, I just feel I don't want to do that," or "I don't want to sign this contract," but maybe logically maybe logically it would be right to say yes, but you feel like you want to say no, please say no. Because even if it's illogical, sometimes you have the right to do that. And maybe, sometimes, especially, I've learned that recently that I think I realize that for a creative person or whatever you are, a musician, actor, I don't know, there's a person who creates something like creative person, we supposed to be like delusional, we're supposed to be fly somewhere, but at the same time be on your feet. But at the same time, that's why I'm trying to, do both, but have to be delusional because you have to be like, I'm sorry, you have to be, follow your dream sometimes. It's a little bit different topic, but yes, if you want to follow your dream, you have to be delusional. You have to like say, yes, I'm following my dream and I do that. And for example, if I have like, I don't know, $5 on my card or $5 in my pocket and I need to move somewhere, you just go for it because it's your dream and you're working on your dream. And you're working on your dream, maybe sometimes you don't get paid, but at least you're working on your dream. That's the most important. Okay, the next one. You have the right to say, I don't understand. I have a story. Um, when I was, I don't know how to say that. Well, let's say when my English wasn't that good, sorry, in the beginning of that path to learn English, of the beginning of the path of learning English. And even now, sometimes if I don't understand a person, I could easily tell, and I could tell the person, I don't understand you. Can you repeat, please? Or can you use other words? Or when I call, sometimes on the like support line or something, and I don't understand the person, I'm saying, can I get another representative because I don't understand you? And that's fine. I know it's just literal thing, but um, you get the idea. Sometimes if you like, I don't understand you, and that's fine. And also, if the person doesn't understand you, that's also fine. Because you don't need to understand each other sometimes. It's your life and live your own life. You know what I mean? All right. And the last one, you have the right to say, I don't care. Sometimes you have your needs and they have their needs. So I think you have to appreciate yourself more. And if, they suggest something and you don't want to do that and you don't care, you can say, I don't care. Because I don't understand why I have to do that. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't care. How can you be? How can you not care like this? Just I don't care. Well, I suggest you to find those principles online and read them sometimes, and maybe one step at a time, one habit at a time, and yes, improve yourself and be better version of yourself. Be better than yesterday. um, Love you all and thank you and see you soon since I'm on fire. And yeah, I'm gonna do different stuff because I'm trying to explore YouTube and I will do a lot of new things, a lot of talkings, a lot of great videos, a lot of DJing videos, just some different videos, and yeah. And I also do that because I want to explore myself. And when I talk, yeah, lie a little, but whatever. Yeah, of course, I do that for you to follow, but as well, I learn something new every day because of that, and I try to be better. And I feel great when I do videos. I didn't know that before. I mean, I knew that. Yeah, it's gibberish. Well, love you, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.